All right, Jeff Goodman, Bob Ryan here, CLNS Media, the Garden Report. Bob, the Celtics are rolling. They continue to roll, but they might have suffered a huge blow here with Robert Williams going out with a knee injury, got hurt some point in the fourth quarter, comes out of the game, and now it comes out that he's going to be out an extended period of time. Is it a month? We don't know. 2 months? We don't know the severity of it yet. I don't think the Celtics know how long he's going to be out, according to my source that I just talked to here a few minutes ago. But this is disastrous because they've got all the momentum. And as long as they had all their guys out at the same time, they look to be almost unbeatable. I mean, the momentum they had has been insane. And the chemistry that they've developed has been, again, mind-boggling, the turnaround.
The last 6 victories, and each of them have led at least by 20 points at some point in each game. I have never, as I like to say often, try to be judicious with the use of the words always and never. I don't think I know I've never encountered a team that won 6 games in a row leading by 20 at some point in each one. They're 29-7 since they were 18-21 after a terrible loss to the Knicks on January 6th. They're now they're tied with Miami for first in the East. They're ahead of the division by half a game. And this is the worst, it's a horrible news. The worst possible news would be Jason Tatum. But let's be honest, there's an absolute limit to what they can accomplish without Robert Williams. They need their first 5 guys. They need them all. Yep. They need them all to be what they are. That's it. They cannot replace him. He is not replaceable. They will put a body in. Daniel Tice is going to get lots of minutes. But it's not. Luke Cornett's not the answer. Robert Williams was a dreams addition to the mix. He gave them the modern big man rim protector, alley-ooper, make great blocks out of nowhere plays. He was giving them big man play in a modern game that put them up there with anybody, and he's gone. And 2 months, if it's 2 months, we're talking, do the math. End of May, what good is that? Too late. Terrible news. Just when everything couldn't have been better, really. It can't be better than they've been playing. I'm really, really, really disappointed for them.
Well, it's just, again, it's difficult because you're talking right now, playoffs are April 15th, right around there. You're talking a couple weeks, and without Robert Williams, they're a completely different team.
Totally. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not,
so I don't know if you like them in the first round, depending on who they play.
No, it changes everything. And it's just too damn bad. And now, what have we always said about him? You got to keep him on the floor. Yeah. It's been the issue from day one. The Time Lord, First it was the jokes about the Time Lord. Okay, fine. Then it became, this kid's talented. You could see, gave us glimpses for 2 years. Right. And now this year we're seeing the whole pack. He's in. Well, they have put him in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. He's not going to get it, but he's worthy of. It's not a joke to put him in that category. He outplayed Rudy Gobert the other night at home, and doing with Rudy. He out-Rudied Rudy right that night. So, it's just too bad. There's nothing good to be said about it. Just isn't.
No, it's the timing couldn't be worse. The timing could not be worse for this.
I want to give a salute to what they've been doing because I've long resisted. I resented, the idea that regular seasons are meaningless and it's all about the playoffs. And because that's just at odds with the true rooting experience. You want to win the playoffs, but the point is, what this team has done for their fans in the last 2 months, and to give them the nightly show that they had put on. I remember, and I'll say this, and I've long, cited that the 85-86 season, I'm hardly alone. It's the best Celtic team of all time. That is not arguable, okay? No. That was their best team. Sorry, Russ. Sorry, Havlicek. Sorry, Dave. That was the best Celtic single-season team of all time. Okay. And I wrote a line in somewhere down the stretch, Jeff, and this is totally shameless when you're going around quoting yourself, but damn it, I'm doing it. Yeah. I wrote that this team has rendered meaningless the concept of the meaningless game because every night is an extraordinary show.
Yep.
Well, this group was giving this generation of fans 36 years later a similar experience in the last month.
And the part of it that made it, I guess, so unique is that we had given up on this team.
Hey, what did I say? You remember what I said beginning of February? Give me one good month. I'm tired of blowing leads. I'm tired of you guys underachieving. I'm tired of losing teams that shouldn't lose.
Why, Bob? Why? Why do you think? I'm going to read you somebody close to the Celtics their explanation in a minute for why the turnaround.
Well, I know it's accounted for technically, but why everything fell into place at once? Yeah. I mean, here, off the top of my head, Jason Tatum calibrating his game, figuring out how to take over, when to take over, how to play up to the strengths of his teammates, not, when to take the big three, when to go to the basket, when to pass the ball, all that stuff. He's figured it out. Jaylen Brown staying healthy. He didn't have to alter his game too much, I don't think.
Right.
But number one, Marcus Smart. I was among the many who said, I love him for everything he does at the other end of the court, but don't tell me he's a point guard. That's nonsense. He's not a point guard. Well, guess what?
He turned into one.
As a point guard, culminating in that game this week when he dishes out 13 assists and takes 3 shots. That's the whole game. Even Chris Paul doesn't restrain himself that much. And that is the game I never think you could play.
They finally bought into what they need to do, not what they want to do, what they need to do. I think that's the biggest thing. So I'm going to read you something.
Yeah.
This, again, comes from somebody close to the Celtics, okay? I'll paraphrase it a little bit. But basically, it was Ime being able to hold these guys accountable. After a 25-point meltdown, that was his moment to be able to hold players and even coaches accountable. Guys didn't like switching either. He basically said, screw that. Get tougher. We're going to switch. He coaches Tatum and Jaylen Brown hard, which we know that really wasn't Brad. That wasn't. That's not Brad's MO. That's not what he's going to do. He's not necessarily going to get up in their face and challenge him. Basically, he said, people around there have not seen this team as connected as they've been, which is no surprise. I mean, winning breeds connectivity too. Let's be honest. You've got to switch some things and then win. Then you feel good. I thought, and I don't know if I told you this last time we talked, I probably did. I thought part of it was these guys getting tired of hearing that they couldn't, Tatum and Jaylen couldn't play together, tired of hearing that nobody wanted to watch them play together, and finally moving the basketball, all of them. Like I said, not what you want to do, what you need to do for this team. And they all kind of did it. They all did it. And then you brought in Derek White, who I know they started winning before that a few games, but Derek White, they also got rid of 7 guys, Bob.
Yeah, right.
Right. There were some guys shipped off that didn't really fit, right? Like Romeo didn't fit. Dennis Schroeder didn't really fit the locker room. There were some other guys that again, I'm not going to say were like bad team guys, but they didn't add to the now you got guys down the end of the bench, team guys that understand their role, right? Their role isn't that much. Their role is to sit there and be good practice guys when their numbers call, come in, give them a couple minutes, but they're not fighting for more than that. So I think the chemistry is a lot better too.
And of course, Pritchard has found his shot and really been an asset. It was beautifully, it was working beautifully. And and now it's just such a downer. It is. God,
it is. It's a downer. It's a downer. No doubt. No doubt it's a downer, Bob. But if you're a Celtics fan, you still feel pretty good about where you're going to go into next year, right? You can build, add one more piece, Brad Stevens, add one more piece. And now we go in with a ton of optimism, pick up where you left off, get everybody healthy. And that's obviously going to be the key for Robert Williams is be healthy. All right, Jeff Goodman, Bob Ryan, CLNS Media, The Garden Report. We'll see you next week.